You guys are sitting in what appears to be a unmarked police car. It has the grill in the back. Liz is sitting in the back seat. Freddie is in the driver's seat. Rock is in the passenger seat. Everybody has got the same equipment on them, i.e. she is not a prisoner. She appears to be an American cop, but you guys are riding around in this car for some reason. Here is a copy paste of the current equipment you've got on. The interesting thing is that Rock is dressed like in one of those pencil skirts. The other two are dressed in business suits. Now, here's a weird thing that's going on. You're not sure, Liz, how you got into this car, what's going on. The only thing you know for sure, well, aside from the fact that now you're armed and all that, is that the other two people in this car with you are your buddies. It's the kind of friendship where you've saved each other's life so many times that you've given up trying to keep track of who's ahead in the game, that kind of strong feeling of camaraderie and kinship. But you don't know what their names are or anything like that. The strange thing is that one of them, who's wearing his business suit, appears that his right arm, he doesn't have a hand on it. There's a hook.
So that carries over, does it? Okay.
And
we can see, here we go again, guys. We can see each other, but everybody else is going to see something else. We want to check our IDs in the mirror. Not you, you're driving.
The car is perfectly parked, and it looks like you guys were partway out, and there's somebody walking out of a relatively unmarked building toward you guys. He appears to be a scholarly-looking man who's wearing glasses. I will get you a picture of him here.
By the way, I'm holding my arms behind my back, out of view, of the guy coming towards us.
It's difficult since you're like trying to get out of a car at the same time.
Well, I mean, after we're out, but yeah.
Oh, right.
Other people won't see the hook.
I don't know that.
Okay, you're right. You don't know that.
That's true, too. This is what the guy looks like who's coming toward you here. Yeah, this is called the hunt for the picture portion, where I unveil various pictures, and they seem to be in a quasi-random thing. He comes out and he goes, "Officers, thank you so much for coming so quickly. I really appreciate it." He reaches out his hand to shake Freddy's hook, not knowing for a world of pain.
Hold out my other hand and shake it to that one.
He looks confused and switches hands.
He sneezed into his other hand. Don't worry about it.
He looks at you like, what the heck? And he says, "You must be Detective Lansbury," to Freddy.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
If you and your colleagues would care to follow me, he says.
Of course. Right this way, and I look at the new person and just mime something to her.
Okay, give me a acting role if you're miming it. I'm not quite sure how this is. He begins doing an interpretive dance toward you.
Miming as in moving my lips, that kind of miming.
Oh, give me a lip reading roll there, Liz.
Okay, got it.
She's got that.
Yeah, I actually do.
Well, that's good. You may be one of the few people who actually do.
1 moment. There.
Perfect. You succeed. Well done.
I lied to you.
In the box next to it, there's a blank box.
Okay.
Anytime you succeed in a skill, you put a little tick box in it, because that means at the end of the session it might go up, which is awesome. Go ahead and tell her what you were going to.
I say to her, just roll with it.
Okay, see, you're taking that this time. Got it. Very good. I get out of the car and I remember to open Liz's door because she can't get out of the way.
There's a card for you, because that's always hilarious.
I mean,
All right.
Kate's door. Yeah, there we go.
By the way, Liz, cards come from either being clever or being funny or other. Okay?
All right. I'm sorry. I'm still just getting used to the entire format.
No, don't worry.
Oh, yeah. The getting used to all this will take like about a session or 2 or 3, because there's a lot of weird shit here.
Trust me, I am familiar with weird shit.
Logan, I need the card table. I got to play immediately there. I have to discard all my cards.
Cool. There you go.
All right. Killing is wrong. If you have points in CBK, goodbye.
He says, now, of course, as I mentioned on the phone, Detective Lansbury, the most important thing for this map museum is discretion. And I just want to be specific that if it is Gerald Fogel that did the robbery, we're not going to press charges. We just want the maps back, and everything will be fine. And we'll, of course, fire him, but yes. He leads you in. Everybody roll security systems lore. He's leading you past like a security station that's got various monitors and stuff. There's a couple of guards in there.
I made it. Obviously, with the lowest skill, I'm going to make it.
All right.
Did I even, oh my god, and I have a 60 in that.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a lot of weird crap that goes on with the skills and the dice and stuff. You're like, I don't know what's going on. The guy who doesn't really know how any of this stuff works goes, this place was not a tough nut to crack, you're thinking. However, the cameras and stuff are against an external wall. So with your security systems lore, you're thinking that if the cameras were monkeyed with, somebody on the other side of this wall may have done it, like drill in or whatever. And then he takes you through a door, and then there's like a little hallway and another door. And when you go inside, you can tell that the room is climate controlled. And you look around, and this seems to be a map archive.
Okay.
He says, here, let me show you over to it. He takes you over, and yeah.
Oh, cool.
So as you can see, the missing maps, it looks like logically going in from like the door, the ones that have a lot of the drawers open are at about waist level at the entrance to this. However, there's one way in the back and way up high drawer that's open. And yes, that one. And also this weird big thick thing here is kind of curious, because everything else, it looks like it's, as you can tell by examining it closer, there's some other weird stuff to it. But it sticks out because everything else is like a flat drawer, because this place only deals in maps.
Okay.
So what exactly was stolen there?
8 different maps. It's very odd because these maps that were taken were nowhere close to the most valuable maps here. But as I said, if it was Gerald Fogel, as I believe it was, I mean, it must have been. He was a guard here, but we haven't. He appears to have disappeared. We won't be pressing charges. We prefer to keep it quiet.
Why do you believe it's
guest book that?
Can you tell us the time period the maps were from?
Oh, yes. They're all within the last 220 years or so.
What were the maps of? Do you know?
USA, various places. He says, here's a list. He gives you a list, but unless you can narrow down which is, because, everybody give me evidence analysis rolls here.
Do I not? Wait a second.
Yes?
Oh, wait,
Everyone
never
has
mind.
it.
Oh,
Everyone has it.
excellent. Everybody take a check in evidence analysis. Be sure not to forget your checks or you'll be very upset at the end of the session when you're like, God damn it. You guys are wondering if there was there's a lot of extra crap here to cover up something else.
Extra crap as in what?
You think that other stuff that was done here, you're thinking that there's some purposeful misdirection in this crime scene.
I
Is
see.
there anything else that has been disturbed?
No, not at all. Just these drawers here. The ones in the picture there. He shows you.
Okay. What was in that drawer way over there?
That was, he says, I'll get you that. I'll get you a copy of the map. We just recently put all of our maps online.
Okay. Nobody's touched anything in here, right?
Of course not.
Good. All right.
I put on my gloves, by the way.
Yeah, gloves are on. Let's
Gloves
get some
on.
prints. Let's get some prints off the drawers that are open and see if there are prints on other drawers that are closed.
That'll be forensics, right?
Yes.
Alright, then I'll roll forensics.
Go for it. She begins working the fingerprint angle, and she appears to know what she's doing. She's like, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. It appears that the drawers are open. They've got some partial prints and stuff, but all the drawers have like miscellaneous prints. In other words, the drawers aren't polished. You don't know how old the prints are. That's one of the problems with fingerprints is, especially in a climate-controlled room like this, they can stick around for months, years, whatever. So you're like, and plus there's so many of them, it's not like there's the one clear print where you can get a nice match or anything. It's just a bunch of muddled crap. But he comes back and he says, yes, here's some information on that map you'd asked about. Yeah, where'd it go? Hold on, he looks around for the information I just had. Oh, there it is. Reveal area. Chunk, there you go. He shows that to you.
County of King James, Virginia, 1794.
Yes, we really would like to recover all the maps. Our donors would be very displeased if they learned we've been burglarized. And that's why we must keep this as discreet as possible.
I'm going to make a history roll. I'm trying to remember. Do you guys know what was going on in that area in 1794?
History.
I will consult my
That
Oh
was
yeah,
memory.
that's
great
right. Burning Man.
vampire.
Burning Man was happening.
A great vampire war versus the vampires versus the hippies at Burning Man. And, right. Freddie, okay. Did Liz make hers?
No,
No.
not yet. I'm still trying to find it.
Middle column over that big bright red interrogation.
Oh, found it. Yeet.
You two are amused by his theory, but you guys are like, well, that was the ending year of the Whiskey Rebellion. They tried to put, the president was George Washington. They tried to put a relatively minor tax on alcohol, and people lost their fucking minds. And he had to call in the military just to stop them from losing their shit. I mean, really losing they had to bring in the army to stop it because they're
What
burning.
was that one Hamilton line? When they try and tax you with whiskey. There's
Then you burn down their State Department, I guess. I don't. But so there you go.
Do we know anything of that year that happened around what the map is of? specifically.
No, there's no significant historical. I mean, there's minor historical stuff everywhere. History is happening all the time.
Okay.
But no, nothing there. The Whiskey Rebellion was definitely the big news of that year.
Yeah. If you have something smart that you're thinking of, just spit it right out
Mm-hmm.
because you might get cards for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say to the other two, I'm gonna go grab the equipment, take some pictures. If you two can look at the guest book, I'll be right back.
Mm.
And I'll go outside to the car.
Okay. While he's gone, the one large, thick display case is still bothering you. It's also hinged.
Yeah, that was what I was going to check. I was going to check to see if there was dust disturbed, etc., on the display cases.
There's no dust on the top. It's almost like somebody dusted.
Okay, so somebody's cleaning this regularly. Is the museum director still with us?
Yes, he's looking on anxiously.
Okay. What was the approximate time the match was missing, or do you not know?
It was sometime last night.
Okay.
All right.
So after the museum closed,
Yes,
inside job, you think it was the guard?
yes.
Okay.
Well, if that's true,
Because
he
we're
wouldn't
unable to
necessarily
find-
have to sign the guest book now, would he?
True.
But it is worth for a double check.
Yeah, that would be really weird if it was after hours and he signed the guest book, but maybe he's the dumbest criminal ever.
Yes, that would make him very stupid.
They have actually had criminals that do really, really dumb shit. You look through the guest book, and I'm going to need. Hold on a second, let me find it here. I'm going to need a history roll at half. If you just mash the button, it'll tell you if you make it by half, because it's pretty damn obscure. There's a bunch of names in there. Fortunately, if Freddie brings in the cameras and stuff, you can just click, 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 and then you'll have the names for later perusal. Freddie, you're outside. You've got the keys. You're driving, so.
Yeah, I'll open the trunk up, have a look. Probably in there.
There's a couple of forensics kits in there.
Yeah.
And various roadside assistance, emergency, tire, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the kits and lock the car, bring it back in. And I'll look at the two of them. Which one of you is the most experienced in forensic photography?
Forensic photography?
Or photography in general?
I
Oh,
don't.
fuck. Everything just shut down on my computer for a second there.
Wait, really?
That's not good.
I have photography 40.
Okay, instead of numbers, a good thing to do, because we always like to keep everything in game. 30 is hobbyist, 60 is do it as living, 90 is expert. So you'd say I'm a well accomplished hobbyist or something, or I'm a hobbyist,
right.
or I know a bit about it.
Is there a write-in for forensic photography, Logan? Do we need to call for that specifically?
I'm happy with just regular photography, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not particularly. I've never really gotten into photography.
Alright, I guess I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll take some pictures of this crime scene and all the stuff.
All right.
I support.
He's got the one camera.
Yeah, I'll point out if he's got his finger over the lens or something.
You're going to need a camera to really support unless you've got like lighting and stuff and you're trying to do that. If you want
You
to
have
hold
multiple cameras?
There's
you
another
got-
kit in the trunk if you want.
Right.
Okay. No, we're not going to do that. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, while he's doing that, I discreetly pull out my police ID and find out what my name is.
Excellent. You look at the police ID. Apparently, you're an attractive Asian woman named Detective Cynthia. You're not sure how to pronounce your last name. Here's a copy paste of it. So good luck. Thanks. Freddie is taking random pictures, going work it.
I look at my name too. I look at my ID too.
All right. You are a muscular black man. Here is your name. Good times. There you go.
After realizing I'm possibly not very good at this, I'll hand the forensics kit over to the new person and say, "You seem to know what you're doing. You do this. I'll go over there."
All right.
Give me a photography roll. He is, fortunately, it's a digital camera, and so you begin taking pictures of him as he's like doing the slow motion walk across the thing. You're like,
Okay, guys, hold it. That's not right. I'll give it a shot. I take the camera. Yeah, we're all just taking.
We all
pictures.
just really suck at photography.
you guys
Okay,
all
so-
gather around, take some selfies, get the guy who owns the museum. Take
Well, no, I
pictures.
think that's more of a
Just back
discipline
when
thing.
that-
No. We're having fingers over the lines. We're taking blurry pictures. We're not even getting the subjects in the frame.
There you go.
She was backlit in that picture. You stand over there. Yeah,
All right,
you don't
well,
want backlighting in your pictures.
Detective, I look at the black man. Could you,
He does. She,
I'm
it
Nigel
looks like a
Mont.
girl to you. I'm not sure which
right, okay.
color she
I'm
is.
Nigel Mont, apparently.
Detective Monk, yes. I knew that, of course I did. I'm your superior officer. Thank you for reminding me. If you could take some DNA and fingerprint samples, we'll take that back to the lab for later
Alright,
analysis.
so that'd be forensics?
Who do you want to take DNA and fingerprint samples from?
Yeah,
will
there
do.
isn't exactly a corpse or any...
You are the expert, you deal with it. I'm gonna go stand over there.
They could have left behind a hair.
Detective Lansbury, you're not usually this. But where do you want her to take the samples from? Because unless he's like
Back to the
scraping his
prisoner.
finger over the drawers.
It is possible that they left some hair.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, they've got like you're combing the where did you want to look for a hair, like over near the open drawers or somewhere else?
Probably near the open drawers, and if not there, then probably the entrance.
Okay, yeah, you're not finding a lot. It's really clean in here, super clean. Eventually, give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Red column.
Oh.
Aw.
It shows her. It shows like the hair she's looking for, and it shows her foot come down on it, and she's looking around going,
Yeah, we're gonna help her because we can do that. That's not forensics.
You guys look around.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to
You do find a hair close to this big weird box thing.
I see nothing at all.
No problem. Freddy's looking up in the air for that hair. He's waiting for it to come to Earth.
There, right there. That looks. Director, this was cleaned in between, or did?
Oh, we tried to keep it very clean in here, as you can clearly see.
Has
Yeah,
it been
but
cleaned
somebody-
since the crime?
That's since the
No.
crime. Yeah.
Oh no.
Good.
The
Okay.
Good.
that's
crime was
awesome.
last night. I called you immediately.
All right. Did you, Detective? Did you get prints off the display cases?
Did I?
Oh yeah. It's a muddled mess of not good prints. So you're thinking it won't go anywhere. Nothing will probably come of it. There wasn't any good clear prints. Plus there was some vacant smudges. So your guess is whoever did the stealing wore gloves. In fact, you can pick up your own free set of gloves at the entrance because everybody's supposed to wear gloves when in the archive because they have super
We already put
old-
our gloves on.
No, I mean for guests of this place because all these are like super valuable old maps, and so they want everybody to wear gloves here.
Right.
So
right.
So the thief had access to gloves as soon
Mm-hmm.
as they came to this room.
Yeah,
Ooh, let's check
Potentially.
those.
no problem. Yeah.
It's not-
Yeah, you check it out. Yeah.
Prints on the box is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no problem. There's a lot of fingerprints on the box. You're like, ah, Jesus,
Yeah.
Alexa,
way through all those.
do you know how many gloves are supposed to be in here?
According to the box, it says 100.
Yeah.
I carefully count them.
There are 23 left.
23.
Why are there so many gloves missing, Director?
Missing.
Well,
It's a box of
It's-
hospital gloves.
Yeah, guess
They'll replace it from the storage cabinet when right? You got
Yeah.
other ones on store, right?
It's open for all of the guests to use.
hmm
Very well.
My question, says director, is who just used one glove? He looks at the camera.
Couldn't somebody have broken a glove at some point?
Think a card. He goes, of course, of course. Yes, he relaxes a bit. Yes, you're probably quite correct.
But the fact that he mentioned that is probably really suspicious. According to rules of plot convenience, we should probably investigate why someone would need one glove.
No, you could be right as well. You have to remember that I am an evil, evil bastard, and I put in a lot of shit.
Director, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but do you have an alibi as to where you were last night?
I was home sleeping.
Do you have anyone who will corroborate that?
Yeah.
My wife, children, dog.
You
When
wouldn't
did
mind
you
if
get
we...
home last night?
About 8 p.m.
And when would you say the crime took place?
Sometime between after I left and when it was discovered this morning at 6 a.m. The guard shift changes at 6 a.m. and the new guards came in. The strangest thing is that one of the guards completely disappeared during a shift, the one whose name I'd mentioned before. That's why I believe exactly. That's why I believe that he may be the guilty party.
Does Mr. Vogel have a locker or anywhere in the museum?
Yes, he shows you to the lockers. There are 4 lockers. There's only 3 guards on shift at any given time. It's weird. And he shows you to his locker. None of them lock. They just are like spaces and stuff. And inside of Vogel's locker, you find a wallet, car keys, house keys, the wad of keys, stuff like that.
So
Can we
you
get
said
prints
that
off of
none
the-
of these lockers lock.
No, I mean, there's always people in the guard room here monitoring the cameras and such.
Can you take us there as well after we're done here?
You're in the guard room now, sir.
Oh, I thought we
Yeah,
were
I want
separate.
to check out those surveillance cameras at the front of the museum. Do you have tape?
We do, although there seems to be some sort of problem with it. They show you the current tape, which is showing all the drawers closed and nobody in there.
Are these
What
the cameras I noticed might have been tampered with from the exterior wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get up on a ladder and inspect that.
The cameras themselves seem fine. You're thinking that they probably messed with the machines themselves rather
Right,
than the
if someone
individual
drilled
cameras.
through the wall, there'd be a...
You crawl underneath the desk and look around, and damned if you don't find. Looks like somebody managed to chisel out a brick, and it looks like they replaced it after monkeying around with the back of one of the cameras, or like the box that controls electronic stuff and all that. And they ran another line into it. So pretty much, yeah, they kind of manually took over the cameras, and the guards probably didn't notice anything. It does strike you as a bit odd as to why there's no.
They didn't notice it.
Right, that's a bit odd. The guards are trying to look very industrious, and
Who was the last person to log into the security system? If I go on it, who's the last entry?
they don't really have logins on the security system.
Okay,
They just have cameras that they.
When
look
was
at.
the last time it was used?
It's in continuous use. They have to obviously get it replaced now because
Yeah.
it's obviously broken or something.
Okay.
Director, the security system's been tampered with. Who's in charge of that?
They have an external party that they can call in. They haven't needed to for the last few years, but apparently now they need to. So it'll be like ADT security type thing.
Okay, all right. All right, I bagged the. Is the brick just laying around, or is it just?
Oh no, it's set back carefully in the wall because otherwise it might create a breeze or something.
Okay, I mark it and bag the brick and.
Brick.
Oh, it's that
Is
big.
there
Okay.
is there any
no,
way for somebody who isn't a guard to access this room?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. The security's pretty shitty here. You could walk in and just open the door. It's not like they're in like a cool locked cage or whatever. You're not sure why the security's so miserable at this place if these maps are worth money.
Mm-hmm. What's the
Yeah.
what's
I'm not
the
sure.
worth of the most valuable map in this room?
It's one that wasn't stolen.
I understand. I just want to know.
They've got like $1 million map in the.
Did you check the maps for replacements, counterfeits? I imagine
No,
you
they're
haven't.
clearly gone. The maps are clearly missing.
But
No,
that
I
could
mean
be
the
a
ones that are here.
distraction from a replacement one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, both of you two take a card. Yeah, no, they will run a full inventory. They'll take them a week or two. But yeah, this sends panic into the guy as he's like, "Oh God!"
I'd like to have a third party
Yes.
expert.
Suffer!
Take a
You
card.
know what you say it, you play it, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You just
If
told
you
them
say
that.
it, your character says it, and he goes, "Oh."
We'd like to have an exterior third party with forensic knowledge take care of that.
We're definitely bringing in experts now. Now that you've said that, the guy's turned really pale.
Yeah.
It looks like he's suffering.
Logan, is that clock in the picture actually there?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And does it correlate to the actual time now?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, cool. Clocks haven't been tampered with or anything.
No, although in the monitor pictures, you can tell exactly what time they put the stuff on a loop. It's like a 10-second loop because the clock never moves off that time. So
So what time did that
Oh,
happen?
yeah.
3 a.m.
Let's
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
So
it definitely happened. It definitely happened after the curator went home then. If we can get their
Supposedly,
family to
okay.
corroborate their story, then the director is probably safe from suspicion.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to.
Well-
We probably don't want to discuss that in front of the potential
Yeah.
suspect.
no, you'll find there's a lot dragging the other players off, and he's like, "I can get you my phone number or my wife's phone number. She's at work now." But yeah, he's happy to do it. Plus, he's the one who called you guys in. But yeah, he's happy to give you the information to clear his name because he's very confident appearing. Everybody give me empathy rolls.
Empathy?
Uh-huh.
Center column. Yeah.
A.
You guys think that he's very nervous, but not about you guys. He appears to be completely distracted away from things you guys are saying, and he keeps glancing at the rest of the maps and going, "Oh."
I go like this. Suffer.
He just looks at you like you're some sort of horrible monster. He then turns to Freddie and he's like,
Yes, pardon my apologies. They just got finished watching a horror marathon last night.
Yeah, just a little gallows humor. Just a little gallows humor, buddy. Don't worry about it.
he doesn't look reassured or happy at all.
Did you say Mr. Vogel was on shift last
Yes.
night at 3 a.m.?
Yes, he was supposed to be.
Overnight. You have pictures of Mr. Fogel, right?
And you only have one guarding the museum at a time.
No, there's three. The other
Where are
two,
the other two?
they were in this room.
Okay, so what do they say about the disappearance of Mr. Fogel? When did he leave?
He went on the rounds. They stayed in this room, and then he simply disappeared.
He never came back.
Correct.
He didn't go poof and so I want to know what time that happened.
Has anybody seen this man since?
No.
All right, let's interview the guards.
No problem. We'll call them in and have them come down. We sent them home, but we'll call them in.
Yeah, thank you. Just call him down to the station.
All right.
I know he's the prime suspect, but something about the person that they're saying is the main suspect feels a bit off.
Okay, again, we don't want to deliberate in front of people we're investigating.
Am I a suspect now?
You're not a suspect, but we try and keep it close to the vest.
We're just being professional, sir.
There's always surprises.
The two guards that are like new on the shift that got here at 6 a.m., you could tell they're both listening with rapt attention. Like, this is the most interesting shit to happen in their world for a while. And the third guard on the shift comes in. He brought coffee and stuff for the other two. He goes, "Oh, where are they? Cops." And he sits down. He's like passing out coffee and bagels to them. They're all watching.
All right, let's take each of them into like a separate room, not interview them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So one by one.
Okay, you guys take them into the actual map museum and interview them one at a time. These guards don't know anything. These are all the guys who arrived here at 6 a.m. And they all have the same story. There was two guards when they were coming on shift, and they said, "Hey, where's Vogel?" And they go, "He disappeared." And they go, "Holy shit, we should call the cops." And they go, "Do you think that's a good idea?" And then they say, "Well, okay, let's just call Mr. Winthrop, Raphael Winthrop. That's the guy, the black guy."
Did the loop?
They called him, and then he called you.
Did the loop happen before or after the Vogel disappeared? That camera loop.
They don't know. They think they don't know. But yeah, they're
we'd
excited
like to see
be.
employment records. Sorry, I keep thinking you're done. Go ahead and talk on it.
They continue babbling at you uselessly. Winthrop will get you employment records. No worries.
How long did you wait?
Yeah.
How long did you wait before reporting Vogel missing?
He was reported missing by the security guards to Winthrop at 6 a.m.
Were there any weird sounds during the night, since both of you were in the room?
The security guards didn't. These are the guys who got here at 6.
He disappeared during the night shift, and nobody called the police then?
No.
That wasn't seen as suspicious at all?
The security guard here don't know.
Right, but somebody couldn't. Yeah, did they do a thorough search of the premises?
As you can see yourself.
Do the security systems have audio logs?
Audio logs? No.
Yeah. Okay.
These are pretty primitive. You're betting that their security system gets a heavy upgrade after this.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Yeah, for $1 million map. Yeah.
Detective.
Did you check all of the drawers?
They'll take them weeks.
No, what I'm asking is, did you only look at the drawers that were opened?
Yes.
Can we check all of the other drawers to see if anything else was stolen? Those opened ones could have been a diversion.
They'll take weeks because there's different things in different drawers, and we have to go through. And also, as they said, make sure that they didn't leave any counterfeits. So it'll take a long time. Even going through them just to make sure that stuff is in there, whether it's counterfeit or not, they'll take a week solid. This place is packed with maps.
Okay. Go ahead.
They have smoking policies as well. In here.
Who donated the map? You mentioned they were donated. By who? The ones that were stolen.
8 different people.
Okay.
Did they have anything in common? There's 8 different people. Okay.
USA.
Obviously, you probably will do this anyway, but just a thought: start with the most valuable maps, checking for counterfeits. Don't just start with the first drawer you see.
Yeah, we will take steps to find out what was taken.
Okay, good.
If anything.
So far, we just know of these 8 maps missing.
Are we done with the scene, guys?
We need to take the fingerprints and DNA from the lockers, bag all that.
Alright,
Detective Mont, if you could, please.
of course.
Good
Plenty
call.
of fingerprints all over the lockers. Cool, she's got it.
Make sure you label which one is Vogel's. We might.
Forensic
Yeah,
team.
Max.
She made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
She made her forensics.
Okay. He gave us his wife's number and all that, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody give me a smell roll.
Smell?
It's right under spot hidden.
Nope.
Nope.
So close.
Cool.
Wait, and I have a 60 in that.
Yep.
Yeah.